All right, so for the next 24 hours, we're gonna be building 3 different types of primitive fish traps, aiming to catch 3 different species of fish out of this flooded creek system. So we're both gonna be catching these fish, and later on today, we're gonna be making a primitive fire and cooking a few of them out here in this rainforest, which is also where we're gonna be sleeping tonight. You keen?
So keen, let's go.
Primitive fish traps have been used across the planet for tens of thousands of years, serving as essential tools for survival. And it's seen here in Australia as well, with sites like the Brewarrina fish traps in New South Wales, estimated to be over 40,000 years old. These structures are not only a testament to ancient engineering, but are also among the oldest known human-made constructions in the world. So the best type of fish to catch in a survival situation in this creek could be long-finned eels, because they can reach lengths of 2 meters long. There's so much meat on them that you can cook up on a fire out here, but it's not the species that we're going to be trying to cook up today.
And there's catfish in here too.
There's catfish in here as well, eel-tail catfish. That's probably the fish that I'm most excited about trying to catch today, because I've got a really cool trap that I've never built before that we're going to use to catch this catfish. And the third species that we're going to be trying to catch in a primitive trap today is a lot smaller than the other 2 that I just mentioned. It's the spangled perch.
So the first trap we're making is a primitive woven basket trap
that we're going to be using to try and catch shrimp and spangled perch. So what we need to do now is gather resources from around this creek and start building the first primitive trap. Let's go.
Let's go.
Fish traps played a vital role in the survival of ancient civilizations by offering a reliable and sustainable food source with minimal effort. By reducing the time and energy needed for food gathering, fish traps allowed people to focus on other essential activities like farming, toolmaking, and building social structures, laying the foundation for more complex societies.
So we've got most of our material that we're going to weave around this trap. We need to make it big enough to catch spangled perch, and now we need about 5 or 6 main sticks that we can put around the outside.
It's really tough. All right. Okay. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. Now we just need to make a bigger loop at the top and start threading that vine through.
All right.
The creek behind us is pretty murky at the moment, which is the perfect time to build these traps. Because the water levels have just come up, this creek's just flooded, the fish are getting pushed around these creeks into new pools. So they're a bit more inquisitive. They move around these creeks a little bit more willingly than they normally would. I reckon we'll be able to get a few.
So we're about halfway done now. Obviously fish can still get out of it, but we're gonna keep going. Add some lamandra to finish it up.
So it's taken us about an hour and a half to get this basket trap together.
It's coming together. We're almost there. We're getting really close.
She's actually using lamandra, these little edible leaves that grow throughout creek systems all across the east coast of Australia. And she's just filling in all of the holes because we're going for perch, and that's the fish that we want to cook up, so we don't want them to be able to escape. Got a little circle, and we're threading this vine through here and out the other side, and it's just going to be sitting in the middle like that. So the fish can swim in, but it's harder for them to swim back out. So the reason why we've chosen this pool right here to set this trap in is because we just spotted a school of big spangled perch sitting in it.
Perfect.
We saw 6 or 7 individual fish. There should be more. Let's see if we can get any in the next couple hours. Oh, fish. Yeah, we got 2 fish. Spangled perch. Look at this. If you can see inside there's 3 spangled perch. We've got dinner for tonight. We'll probably only cook up 2 of them. You reckon?
Yeah, we only need 2.
We only need 2. All right, there's fish number 1. Since we got 2 more, we're gonna let this one go. Okay, there you go. We got this one. All right, we're gonna cook up these fish in some native ginger plants that we've actually foraged from around this creek system. And what we're gonna do to get the most out of these perch is gut them, scale them. We might even cut the stem up of that species of plant and cook it inside the leaves with the fish. Perfect. And then what we're gonna do is use the back of the knife, just take the scales off these fish. So it just started raining, but we're gonna continue walking up this creek and looking for places that might hold eels and catfish. And what we're gonna do now is see if we can actually spot a catfish in a little pool and build trap number 2. Ready to start walking?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, I see.
We've just spotted a huge eel. Look at it, right here, right here. The tail of it.
Oh my god.
You see it right there?
Yeah, right there.
You know, we can actually build the fish trap right here.
Perfect.
So that is a huge long-finned eel, the species that we were looking for. And as I said, at this time when the creeks are flooding is when these eels are actually moving around these little areas. Is that the biggest eel you've ever seen?
Yeah, definitely. It was so crazy how we were just standing on the rock and you could see it being pushed down by the water. There's a really good place up here where we can build this stick trap.
Let's get him.
Okay.
So this is the pool that eel just swam into, and you can see the bottom's really like sandy and rocky. So we'll be able to use this to our advantage and build this trap here. There's no doubt a few decent sized catfish in this pool because it's a place where when getting washed down, there's this little safe area in here that they can take cover from the faster moving water. I wouldn't doubt if there was 3 or 4 catfish living in this pool. Honestly, I think the trap that we're about to build is a bit too flimsy for an eel. Eels can go on land and escape most types of traps. But what we're gonna build this next stick trap for is its smaller cousin, the eel-tail catfish. Let's go.
So this is the part of the fish trap that's already built, which will keep them in. But what we still need to do is create the funnel at the front, which will allow them to get in, but make it a lot harder for them to get out.
To finish off this trap, it actually looks pretty cool. We're gonna pack around the outside with a bunch of little stones to make it more sturdy. But the idea for the trap, right, is that the catfish will smell the bait up in this area, which will be little worms that we'll collect from under the leaves. They should be out when it's raining this much, and they'll swim in here. Often those catfish will get stuck in these little areas as they're trying to get out. We'll keep checking it throughout the day. So this is the bait that we got. I'm gonna chuck the shrimp just at the back of the trap back here. And these worms, I'm gonna chuck one of them just at the front leading in and make a bit of a trail going all the way to the back here. Chuck this one back up with the shrimp. We've checked it 2 times at this point, so we're gonna come back every half an hour and check it.
No way.
Filming. Ready?
Ready.
You see him swimming around in there? I'll try grab him. These catfish have venomous spines on the side of their body. Look at him up here. Ready? I'll try grab him without getting spiked. It's good to know that this trap works. There we go. And we got a little catty.
Look at that.
Not bad at all. Now this is just a little fella compared to some of the monsters that are living in this creek. Juvenile eel-tail catfish. So cool. I'll try to switch hands real quick. Look at that fish right there.
Beautiful.
Little fella. Beautiful looking fish. All right. We're gonna let him go. Film that.
All right.
See you later, mate.
See ya.
So super wet out here today. The weather's supposed to clear up a little bit later on, which is good because this is where we're going to be staying later on tonight, out here in this rainforest. We've got a catfish. Since we spotted that eel, what I think I'm going to do is build this eel trap in the hopes that this eel does come back into that shallow section that we saw it earlier, and we can guide it into it, maybe even later on tonight. I'm going to get stuck into building this trap. Juliet's going to go look for some more creatures up the creek. Sounds good?
Yeah. See you
Let's
later.
go. So I was sitting about 10 meters up from where I set the eel trap, and all of a sudden I see the tail of an eel. At the time I thought it was a catfish. It's crazy, just from this little bit of rain that we've had, the water levels have come up so much. So I ran across to the other side, maneuvered this eel towards the trap, and we caught the third and final species, the long-finned eel. Check it out. Now keeping them out of water for a second will be totally fine because they're actually known to cross areas of land when their river or their dam dries up. Third and final species ticked off in this challenge. Ooh.
It's already so hot.
Yeah. So what we're doing right now is we're actually cutting up the stem of this native ginger plant that Juliet found out here in the rainforest. It's an edible species of plant, and apparently, while cooked alongside this fish, in these native ginger leaves that are on the same plant, it'll give it a bit of flavor. I've never done this with spangled perch before, so keen to see how they taste. And you've never eaten spangled perch before?
No. So now we're taking the same plant, the leaf of the native ginger, and we're just going to wrap up the beautiful perch
Maybe this side first, actually. There we go.
And then we'll just secure it with the lamandra again, which has been so helpful today.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Hold it up. Perfect.
Now we'll do the other one.
All right, so what a cool day and cool adventure
So much fun.
up the creek. What was your favorite part of the day?
I feel like weaving the basket to catch the perch.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, that
And
was a
we-
really fun challenge.
We literally have 2 perch right now that we're gonna cook up that we caught in a primitive trap earlier today, which is so cool. My favorite part of the day is when you fell in the creek.
Oh yeah. What
Say
was
something.
your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part of the day is when you fell in the creek.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Are you keen to go back to Snake Island for a week?
I think I'm ready for Snake Island.
Yeah. You're not afraid of snakes, you're afraid of leeches.
Leeches are my worst enemy.
I've actually got a funny clip of a leech that jumped on you.
Oh, about the clip?
Yeah.
Are you gonna cut to the clip? Don't.
He's cutting to the clip.
No, don't cut to the clip, please.
Alright, I won't cut to the clip.
Cut to the clip. Get it off of me! Where did it come from? Gross.
Wait, what did it do?
It went. I felt it.
Alright, let's move this out of the way. And we'll just throw them in on the side here.
Just in there on the side?
Alright, let's check them. Oh, they're still wrapped up. Perfect.
Perfect. That guy's pretty toasted on that side. I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's actually so good.
Really?
It's so nice.
So good.
Actually so delicious.
You can taste the ginger as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright everyone, I think that's it for another adventure. We ticked off all 3 species in 3 different types of primitive traps out here in the Australian rainforest. It's so cool to be out here on another adventure.
So cool. I've never slept in the rainforest before.
You can hear the kookaburras
Yeah. They're
going off
trees.
in the background. They're going to wake us up at about 5 a.m. tomorrow
No
as well.
doubt.
I hope you enjoyed this adventure. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you want to support me and if you want to see more videos like this. I've been filming videos on this channel for the past decade and it's still so important to me coming out here and filming these videos. We'll see you next week in the next adventure.
And see you on Snake Island.
Yeah.